Soldier Field in Chicago. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Tariq Cohen on the return.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
David Montgomery.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 54 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And this one is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
The score, Bears 3, Giants 0.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
4-yard line.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Giants nothing.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Graham. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Giants first down.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Yard line, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To Barkley on the check down. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
7. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To throw now on first down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And the ball is knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
No.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down.
They'll run with Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Second and 11. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35.
Gain of 12.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Montgomery. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That's complete right around the 8.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Vikings who are out in front. Daniel Jones, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. New York ready to go again offensively.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And it's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Again, the ball carrier. Brought down by Khalil Mack. A gain of 2 brings up third and less than a yard.
On third down, Barkley. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that will be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44.
Handoff. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and
He'll drop to throw.
At the 43-yard line.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 12-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They're firing a deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Barkley, the giant ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 30, the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. To Barkley on the check down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Saquon Barkley.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A throw over the middle taken in. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, New York.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Sterling Shepard.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Giants first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 4.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Gano now, following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is Jakeem Grant. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants now down by 4, 40 seconds to go. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yard.